Hello, everybody. This is Gerald. Lakers Talk with Gerald is the name of my podcast, and we are back. We are back with episode number should be you would think number 60, but my last podcast was episode number 59 is what I put out. But guess what? We skipped number 58. So in essence, this is number 58. I don't want to skip no numbers. I don't want to take any shortcuts. We're going to really do all these episodes, and the number is going to get right. You got to self-correct. Just like anything in life, sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes you misquote things. But the biggest thing is being able to man up or woman up and, realize that, oh, I made a mistake, and then admit that you made a mistake. I made a mistake, everybody. I numbered the last one as 59, and I called it 59, but really it should have been 58. So we are going to hold up and do 58 now, which means the next one coming up will be 60. So don't be alarmed. Don't be looking at it crazy. Just know that that's what's going on. So everybody, let me know what you think, too. I got this other little background music going, this little recorded music. Hopefully it's not too loud. One of the things I noticed when I did this last time, or one of the first times I did this, where I'm doing it directly from my phone, and then I'm directly through the Podbeam app, where it has some music selections and background music, things like that you can select to where it just automatically plays it. And the thing about it, it's about a minute of recording, and then it kind of just loops and loops and loops. So what I think I'm going to do here, so it doesn't get too much, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. You should notice it going down a little bit so that it's just barely heard, maybe in the background. We don't need it to be too loud, too crazy. Just enough to kind of so you can hear a little something in the background, and it's not just monotone talking, from listening to me. So welcome everybody back. Thank you for listening. I don't have a whole lot of listeners, but I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to keep doing these podcasts. And, hey, one of these days, hopefully keep growing and growing. All right. So some of the topics I want to talk about today are really 3 to 4 topics. And so one of them is LeBron James wanting to bring together and do like a camp or something like that before the actual preseason. Where he wants to, because, I guess he feels that the preseason isn't long enough, and he wants to get them together. And we'll talk about that, but he wants to get everybody together and practice. I don't know how much time, it wasn't said, but like a little mini camp to get players together before the season starts. So that's one of the topics. The other topic is Jason Kidd. He got interviewed by ESPN sometime either a few days ago or something like that. And he talks about the Lakers and what he plans for LeBron James and the rest of the teams, or at least what he feels he can bring to the team as an assistant coach. So we're just going to talk about kind of what he talked about and what he said. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is Kyle Kuzma. He's playing on the Team USA, and they've been practicing, and they've been showing some clips from him playing and practicing. And, so I'm going to talk about that and what I think, and then some of the things that he said as he's been interviewed. So those 3 topics really are going to be the main ones. So this isn't really going to be a super long podcast. I'm going to say around 15 minutes to 20 minutes is what this one's going to last, and covering those topics. So going to LeBron James minicamp, right? So I just heard that he wants to get all the teams together. So to me, this is a good sign. He wants to get them together. I guess it's going to be in Vegas. And he's serious about it from what I've read, meaning like this is not just get together, play around, shoot around. He wants to really get the entire team, not just like, half of the team. Hey, if you guys want to be here. No, he wants everybody to be there. And he wants them to be serious about, getting their camaraderie together, learning to play together, learning how each other are, maybe even setting up that early to where they're getting that off the court vibe, to where they're going and hanging out with each other. Because he realizes like this season is really up for grabs like no other in a long while. now that KD has left Golden State and that he's now up there in Brooklyn. But now, with so many teams are kind of stacked to where the Western Conference and the entire NBA is up, that NBA championship is really going to be up for grabs. So team chemistry is going to be big. And with the Lakers having, so much turnover and so many new players, it's going to really take some more for them to really get up in gear. They're going to have to play together a little while. And with the way the Western Conference is and so stacked, they don't have time in the beginning of the year, the first 15, 20 games, to really be learning each other. Because they got to, out the gate, they're going to have to be winning games. In the Western Conference, it's just no joke. You don't have time to stumble 10 to 15 games to get your traction and get it together. Because by that time, you're going to be down in the standings. And so they're going to have to try to get their chemistry together before the start of the season. So I think this is a good idea by LeBron James. I'm really, that's a great idea, actually. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that, LeBron James is a leader. He's been in the NBA. It's going to be 17 seasons. This is the type of thing that you want to see from a leader, from a seasoned vet. You want him to be that person gathering everybody together. And I'm pretty sure that Anthony Davis, I'm pretty sure that he's already talked with Anthony Davis about it before he even put this out there, or let it be known, because Anthony Davis is that guy that's going to be that anchor, that co-star, that 1 and 2, him and LeBron. So I'm pretty sure he's not just going to put things out there that he kind of wants to be pseudo-mandatory without conferring with him. So I think this is going to be interesting. I'm hoping there's somebody out there that can actually get some clips and some video of these practices, because I really want to see some. I really want to see them playing together with all those new teammates. I'm curious to see how everybody's going to be looking, how they're going to be gelling, how Boogie Cousins is going to look, how Danny Green's going to be, how Kyle Kuzma, Quinn Cook, Troy Daniels, so on and so on. I even want to see that rookie that we got, Talon Horton Tucker, I believe his name is, the 6'5" guy with like a 7-foot wingspan. So I'm interested to see how our entire team is really going to play out. Saying we got all this depth and everything, it's one thing to say it, but to see it on the court and gelling together is a whole nother thing. So yeah, that topic, is interesting. I think that's going to be good. That's pretty much all the information I have about that. More to follow once it gets closer. I mean, we're still a few months away from NBA opening tip-off or preseason. Preseason is not going to start till October, early October. And, and then the opening game isn't set till about October 22nd. So we will see. All right, transitioning now to the next topic. I talked about Jason Kidd. So I kind of saw the quick interview. It wasn't much. It probably was a few minutes of interview that I saw. And then I read up on it also. And it's really just them asking Jason Kidd about, I guess what he plans to bring to the table with his coaching style. And what he plans to bring, I guess, with they asked about LeBron James. And he just kind of said, hey, yeah, I think I kind of know, LeBron James playing at 35. He's like, I played at 35 and I know what it's like to, the season is a marathon, and I kind of know what it's like to, be in a marathon. And so I think I can, the things I have to bring and discuss with LeBron James about that, I think that I can add to that and have discussions with him about that. And so, and he also kind of mentions, I guess he mentions the rest of the team like Rondo and Kyle Kuzma and things like that. But, he said the Lakers' focus, really is to help LeBron and the Lakers win a championship, because that's what our focus is to win a championship. And so, it's cool. To me, I don't mind Jason Kidd talking. I don't mind him being interviewed. He's kind of got some bad press and some bad rap over the years. And it's probably, not that the bad, like it's not unwarranted, because some of the stuff was him getting a DUI, and some of the stuff was rumors of spousal abuse. So those aren't things that are unwarranted. The bad press isn't unwarranted, but I mean, he does gotta, just like anybody, we mess up and we do things, and then you gotta take accountability for your actions. But then, your life isn't over. You still have to work. You still have to live. That don't mean he can no longer work anymore. He can't be valuable to society. He is a former All-NBA player, made tons of All-Star games, won a championship, and he has a lot of experience to bring to the table. And so I'm happy he's a part of the Lakers staff, and we have many kind of different aspects and types of assistant coaches. So, yeah. All right, so there you heard it, guys. I'm in my car sitting here, so you can hear a little traffic in the background also. Don't mind that. But, yeah, Jason Kidd. So let me know what you guys think of Jason Kidd, and what do you think of his comments, and if you mind it at all. I mean, to me, it doesn't bother me, and I like that he is, already just thinking about the Lakers, and hopefully all the assistant coaches and the head coach, Frank Vogel, hopefully they're communicating on a daily and doing things to get their coaching staff together. Because keep in mind, I mean, a lot of these coaches, and it's not like people Frank Vogel wanted to bring as part of his team, the Lakers staff, or the owners and them, and the general manager, they all kind of collectively hired all these different coaches. So they're going to have to get some kind of bonding also and getting on the same page also. Because that's the last thing you want is for them to show up for preseason or get the camp together and they're not on the same page. That's the last thing we want. So, all right. So next topic is Kyle Kuzma. So Kyle Kuzma's been playing for the Team USA basketball, and a lot of, as you notice on a USA team, a lot of veteran players that had either been on the list or invited. All the big superstars really declined and decided not to play for this year. It really seems like everybody is trying to just focus on getting better and being ready for this upcoming season, because the NBA championship really, really is a toss-up this year. There's so many teams that could win it this year. So like guys like James Harden, Anthony Davis, Curry, all these, big name people pretty much all stepped out. And so we got a decent, okay team. We got Kyle Kuzma, of course, is there. We got a lot of guys like Fox, De'Aaron Fox, that is. You got a bunch of other guys. You got Jason Tatum. I think you even got the other Jalen from Boston. Can't remember his name right now. But, you even got, a few other people there. I mean, it's a decent team. They're a young team. It's a bunch of guys that it's okay. And but with that, I've been watching some of the clips of the different games, and I've seen a couple ones where Kyle Kuzma hitting a three, and then he goes back down on the next end on defense, and then some guy takes him down low and kind of scores on him down low. I saw some comment on Twitter that that's just like Kyle Kuzma. He can score, and then next thing you know, he gets scored on the other side. But hey, I mean, he's not really a low post. Yeah, he's 6'9", but he's not necessarily a low post defender. He's not necessarily great at that. He's going to have to, of course, need help in any kind of down low big guy when the season starts. That's just how it's going to be. I don't think he's ever going to be a great low post defender. Hopefully he'll just get better at his overall defense, though. We do want that to go up. But, right now, if there's some kind of big guy, he's going to need some help with that. But what I've seen from Kyle Kuzma so far from just the clips is, it really hasn't been a lot. I've seen a lot more clips of other people that's on the USA team, so I kind of wonder about that. I see clips of other kind of players kind of playing one-on-one and doing that kind of one-on-one drill they used to see of like Kevin Durant and Paul George and all those other veteran guys. And that used to be, to me, that's kind of fun and exciting to watch, because I like seeing them kind of do one-on-one drills and trying to see who can stop the other, and keep track. Well, and I mention that because I haven't seen Kyle Kuzma in any of those one-on-one drills. And I kind of wanted to see him. I want to see him up against Jason Tatum. I want to see him up against De'Aaron Fox. I want to see him up against all these other players that's out there. Because to me, I mean, it's not necessarily that you have to be a one-on-one player, but that footwork and those one-on-one fundamentals that you need sometimes when your team needs a score, and when the play is kind of dead and the clock is winding down and you just need to get a bucket. And something about Kyle Kuzma is that he doesn't really seem like one of those guys that can get you a one-on-one bucket. He's more of a moving guy. He can, if he gets a good block or something, he gets open to get a shot. He's always moving. He's very crafty, but he doesn't seem like the guy that can kind of one-on-one you. So I don't know if that's something. To me, it kind of like gave me not necessarily a red flag, but it was more like, is it that he just kind of shied away from that because he kind of knows he's not very good one-on-one, and he doesn't want to be, be seen, or that to be his weakness to be shown, basically. That's kind of what I thought of. Like, it's like, oh, guys, I got to go. Practice is over. I got to get home. Oh, I got this appointment. Yeah, I would have did that one-on-one drill, but I got to get going. I don't know if he's like that. I really don't want to characterize Kyle Kuzma like that, but I'm sorry. I had to just go there because I kind of thought about it. I was wondering what's up with that. Why am I not seeing you going up against these guys? Another thing is Kyle Kuzma was getting interviewed, and they're asking him different questions, and I believe one of the questions was, do you think you can be that third star with the Lakers? And he said something to the effect of, yeah, I believe I have the ability to be that third star. And that's all I know. That's all I heard from the quote, or read from the quote. And I'm kind of like, okay, that's kind of semi-confidence. It wasn't quite like, yes, I could be that. I am that third star, or I could definitely be that third star. So it kind of, to me, sounded like, oh, yeah, I have the ability to do that. Oh, yeah, of course. No. I mean, to me, I kind of want to feel that confidence. So, and at the same time, I'm wondering if he's still trying to find his true confidence. I know he is a confident guy, but it's one thing when you're confident. I'm going to kind of like compare it to this. Let's say you're from a small town, a semi-small town, right? And there's 1,000 people in the town, and you're like, yeah, I'm the best in my town. You're always playing people in basketball, and you're scoring 30, 40 points on them. You're beating them up, and you just know because every day you know you can do anything you want to do. You can back that guy down. You can score on them. You're blocking guys. You're doing this. You're unstoppable. But then you're the best guy of your town, but then you go to some invitational where they take the best guy, the 10 different towns, the best guy out of their 10 towns, and they bring them all together, and now you're no longer the best of the best. You know what I mean? Now you're amongst the best of the best. And so all these guys you can't do everything with. And so I feel he's still trying to fill himself out. He's seeing that, okay, amongst these guys, maybe his confidence might go down a little bit. And I think that happens with a lot of people out there. You with your woman, you think, yeah, I'm a hot guy, I'm a pretty good guy, I'm an average guy. But if you go into a room full of like nothing but supermodels, every man in the room is taller than you, handsome than you, more built than you, and you know it. You just like, damn, okay. And then you just kind of like, all right, I'm still a good looking guy, but you know that every one of these guys are a tad bit better looking and taller and better than you. And so you might just check yourself a little bit, like, man, you know what? No, I'm not. Man, I'm the man. You know what you're good at. You know the things that you're confident about and what makes you and what makes you brilliant. And I think that's, to me, that's kind of what I read into that statement. It's just like, okay, he's confident, but he didn't really go all the way with it and be like, yeah, I'm that third star. I could be that guy. It's like, oh, I have the ability. When somebody says I have the ability, that means he's not confident if he can bring it yet. He knows he has the ability to one day do it, but yeah, he didn't come out and say he's going to do it or he feels he's there yet, because partially he was right there at the USA with all these other great players, and he's kind of still trying to fill himself out, trying to make sure he get his confidence quite straight yet. So, I don't know. Interesting, right? So let me know what you guys think on those three topics that I just talked about. So to cover that, just going over the topics, I talked about LeBron James' mini camp and bringing the guys together and trying to get that camaraderie with the team. So hopefully we will be a better team once the season starts. So we don't have to take a slow start and get chemistry built. We can get it built before the season starts. We also talked about Jason Kidd, him being interviewed and talking about what he thinks he can bring to LeBron and the Lakers, and trying to win a championship this upcoming season. And then lastly, we talked about Kyle Kuzma on the Team USA, how he's been playing and what I think of him so far, and then also his comments in his interview about him possibly being a third star with the Lakers. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. And I kind of, this went right about like I said it was going to do. I said around 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm just over 20 minutes now. So that's going to do it for episode number 58/59 because, I skipped 58 before. So this is going to be 58. Next one's going to be 60. That's going to wrap it up. I am officially out.